This is Conversations in the Clinic. I'm Dr. Kelly, and I have no authority to speak on diet, which is upsetting. Because in physical therapy school, we didn't talk about fuel or food or its effects on the inflammatory process and healing. And that's really too bad. Because as a human being, I eat several times a day and I move several times a day. So in physical therapy school, we covered the moving part pretty well, but I had to go to physical therapy school to learn that as a human being. We didn't cover any of the fueling. And I had 2 conversations with patients in the last 2 days about weight loss and body composition and diets as they're used in the typical term that we think of them. And I had to tell them, listen, I'm not quite qualified to talk about this short of being a human being, right? I can give you anecdotal evidence, but as far as guidance, that's out of my wheelhouse. That's out of my scope of practice. And I need to find a registered dietitian around here who I can partner up with and talk about this stuff with. All I know is this: food is fuel, and it plays a significant role in how our body functions. After that, everything is debatable. But I think that much I know to be true, that food is fuel and it plays a significant role in the way that our body functions. And so I'm certainly not qualified to advise people on it. I can hold people accountable to whatever path they choose to go down, as far as what they're putting in their bodies. But actual advice, I don't, I'm not comfortable giving it. I will say this, and this is true of movement. The best exercise routine is the one you do. The best diet is the one that you can stick to. Like those things I could certainly talk about. There's no magic formula for moving. You just have to find a thing you like and you have to do it consistently. And you're going to find 2 things. Number 1, you're happier. And number 2, you're fitter. I don't know what your body's going to look like. Body composition might change, but you're happier and you're fitter if you find a workout that you like and you do it consistently. And I would argue, maybe, I don't know, that the same could be true of a diet. The best diet is the one that you can stick to and sustain. Um, and that can be really, 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 really hard. Because right now, as a society, those 2 things are taboo. We don't move and we eat like garbage. And we wonder, maybe we wonder why we're sick all the time, why we have chronic diseases. It's because our bodies, I saw a funny cartoon yesterday and it said, I'm sorry, if I seem a little bit off in processing, a bombardment of 24 hours of news and information being delivered to me. My brain was designed to eat berries in a cave. That's what we were designed to do. We weren't designed for this lifestyle. If we were, we would look like chairs and our eyes would be screens. We wouldn't need the external screens. Um, so that's the conversation that I'm starting to have in here. And I'm really proud of my patients for wanting to take steps in the right direction to improve their health. And they know that there's this kind of wheel of, um, there's spokes on a wheel of wellness and health. And they're trying to knock down a couple of those spokes and start to intervene on them. And I'm really, really, really proud of them for that. I can advise them in the movement and the exercise physiology component of things. I can't quite advise in the fueling area, and I want to get better at that. So I think part of why I jumped on here was because my next step is to go look at continuing education courses that I can take that will help me help my patients with that problem, because it is a problem. And a thing I'm trying to do here in my office is bridge that gap between you were injured and now you're healthy. Not just you were injured, now you're uninjured, now you're healthy, right? We often stop in that area as physical therapists, and I think there's such a need for us to fill that. So that's what we're going to try to do. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your time and your attention with me today. Keep moving and keep getting better every day.